Alright YouTubers, welcome back to World of Warships with the Angry Nerd, and today I thought we would take a quick peek at the German Tier 8 premium cruiser, the MAINZ. Now this ship is still currently a work in progress. All stats and statistics will probably change before it hits the live server. We're going to take a quick look at its modifications, its upgrades, its ammunition and consumables, and the captain that I have assigned to it, as all these will affect the stats to come. So, what is special about the MAINZ? Well, this is what's special. It has 150 millimeter cannons as the main armament. That's basically like Tier 5 guns, and this is a Tier 8 ship. So, yeah, it is a hipper class ship with faster firing, smaller caliber guns. What it does not get that the hipper gets is the same armor layout. Besides the guns, it doesn't get the guns of the hipper, but yeah, look here, the fore-end plating on the hipper is 27 millimeters. It has a belt of 40, which I think the MAINZ does get. 27 here, 70 and 80 here. The turret face on the hipper is 160 millimeter with 70 and 80 on the turret sides and there on the angled portion of the top. So let's take a quick look at the MAINZ. So we're only getting 25 here on the fore-end plating instead of the 27. Do still get 40 here. You don't get that little extra bit of 80, but you do get the 70. 25 here. And only 30 millimeters on the front of the turret. On the sides and top, 20. So, yeah, not quite as armored as the hipper. So, you won't be bow tanking quite as much. You will take a little more damage, and I do get my turrets knocked out a little bit more than I did using the hipper. So let's take a quick look at the ship. The modules. It is a premium ship, so it does come fully modified. These are the upgrades. In the first slot, I took main armaments modification. In the second slot, I took damage control system modification number 1. In the third slot, I took aiming system modification. Fourth slot, I took propulsion. I felt like the turning of the ship with the standard rudder was pretty good, and I wanted the extra acceleration if I was hiding behind an island or something and I needed to pull off kind of quickly. Other than that, it takes this ship a good while to get up to speed, so I felt like this was a little more useful to me. And in the fifth slot, I took concealment. Ammunition and consumables, you get both HE and AP. The ship does come with torpedoes. They fire out to 6 kilometers. And your consumables. In the first slot, I took damage control party number 2. In the second slot, you get a choice of hydroacoustic search or defensive AA fire. I took hydroacoustic search for 2 reasons. One, in the third slot, you only get fighter, so you already have an additional boost to your AA in the form of a fighter that you can't switch out. I felt like I didn't need the AA fire for that. And second reason is with 150 millimeter cannons that reload at 6 seconds, when you catch a destroyer out of place, the MAINZ can dispatch it fairly quickly. Not as quickly as some of the other ships, but yeah, you can do a good job knocking out a destroyer, and the hydroacoustic search is really helpful for that. So yep, in your third slot you only get fighter, so I took fighter number 2. So exterior, we are flying the community contributors flag these are the signals that I have mounted. I do have Sierra Mike, so that's plus 10%. Correction, plus 5% to the ship's maximum speed when we get around to the stats. Camouflage. This is the Type 10 MAINZ camouflage. That's what I have mounted. Ship's captain. This could be a little controversial, but this is what I feel comfortable with. I have a 19-point captain, and these are how I have the 19 points distributed. I took 2 Tier 1 skills, Priority Target and Expert Loader. I took 3 Tier 2 skills, High Alert, Jack of All Trades, and Adrenaline Rush. I took 1 Tier 3 skill, Demolition Expert, and I took 2 Tier 4 skills, Concealment Expert, and this may be controversial, Inertia Fuse High Explosive. Now, some people think that Inertia Fuse High Explosive is not necessary on this ship, and it reduces your chance of fire by 3%. I played a bunch of games with Inertia Fuse High Explosive on it, and then I took it off and redistributed those points. Excuse me. And I played a bunch of games without it on it, and my fire chances seemed to be about the same. I actually had more games with more fires with the Inertia Fuse High Explosive on than I did with it off. But I was doing more initial alpha damage with Inertia Fuse than I was without. When I would hit the upper belt and the superstructure, I was getting higher damage salvos with the Inertia Fuse High Explosive than I was with it off. So I went back to Inertia Fuse High Explosive. Now, speaking of stats changing, because this is a test ship, a stat has already changed. The gameplay you're getting ready to see was played when the ship had a reload rate of 7.5 seconds. The ship has recently received a reload buff, or a reduction from 7.5 seconds to 6 seconds. So it can actually put out more damage now than the gameplay you're getting ready to see. But let's take a look at the stats as it sits right now. Concealment detectability by sea, 12 kilometers, and by air, 6.1 kilometers. Maneuverability, 33.6 knots maximum speed. That's with Sierra Mike. Turning circle radius, 720 meters. Rudder shift time, 10.5 seconds. AA defense score of 74. You get 12 times 4 20 millimeters, 18 times 2 37 millimeters, and 6 times 2 105 millimeters. Torpedoes. It has 2 launchers on each side. Each launcher has 4 tubes. They're 533 millimeters. They fire out to 6 kilometers at a speed of 64 knots. Artillery. You get 4 turrets with 3 150 millimeter cannons in each turret. They reload in 6 seconds. The turrets traverse 180 degrees in 30 seconds. Maximum dispersion is 143 meters. Maximum HE shell damage is 1,700, and maximum AP shell damage is 3,900. The firing range as it sits right now is 17.5 kilometers. Survivability. 42,500 is your hit points, and your torpedo protection is 22%. We already went over the armor, so we don't need to do that again. So, this is the MAINZ. I think that you need to stay moving with this ship unless you got a good island or something to hide behind. And when I say stay moving, I don't mean in like one direction without turning. Use your maneuverability to avoid shots. And if you do that and don't stay out where 4 or 5 ships can shoot at you at one time, this is not a bad ship. But anyway, let's take a look at the game that I had when the reload was still 7.5 seconds. Here we go. All right, looks like we picked up Islands of Ice. Let's take a look at some of these other ships here. Myoko, New Orleans, can't pronounce that. Charles Martel, Neptune, Otago, Fiji, Myoko. Right. We got no destroyers on this side. That might be a problem. Get my sight set. Yeah. I can't play this destroyer role over here. I'm going to break off. The Alaska's already breaking off. The Joan Bart is already breaking off. So we're going to head that way. Cannot be the only person getting shot at in this ship. We have Hydro equipped instead of defensive AA fire, which working out good this match because we don't have any aircraft carriers. Enemy has started turning sea. No one has spotted me yet. I'm expected to be spotted. Might head a little bit north just to see if at least I can get spotted. I got a lot of people over there to the east. We're just gonna see what is coming this way. Oh, there we go. That's the Italian cruiser. He's pretty thin on armor as well. He's about to spot me. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Oh, is he gonna give me broadside? Let's get some AP going. You got first shot off. Didn't do much damage. I did nothing to speak of. 390. Oh, there's a Bismarck and a Joan Bart and a Duke of York. Okay, back to HE. He had just enough angle to, bounce most of my shots. Need to get that front turret around, but we'll make these back turrets work for a minute. Now he's giving full broadside and he went into smoke. He's still detected though, so now I'm not. Our Alaska is just heading headlong into it, isn't he? $2,100. There we go. He's done for. Alaska took him out. I think it was the Alaska that gave him that paddling. And the Alaska is not going to last long. over there. Duke of York, Joan Bart, Bismarck, New Orleans, all four, and some destroyers over there, so he's out. We'll see if we can do a little delay fighting. They're concentrating on our Jean Bart right now, I think. Now I'm using inertia fuse high explosive, so that may reduce my fire chance a little bit. I've got demolition expert to kind of set that back to normal. Alright, there's a fire. So that's one fire on the Bismarck. You know, this ship has got a reload of 7.5 seconds, and I think it could, that needs to be decreased a little bit. It needs to reload a little faster. That was my suggestion. I also think it needs a heal. That would be nice. We'll have to see. We've made recommendations. Come on. Get these other guns. Ooh, somebody took a shot at me. There we go. Another fire. Gonna go down in a minute. This might do it. There we go. Nice. Okay, Duke. Oh. Woo! Miss me. Got two ships aiming at me though. That's no good. We're undetected. We're gonna get a little bit closer, but not much. There we go. Duke of York. He's 14.8. Closest one. Those are way off. I had no clue what speed he was running. Here comes the counter battery. There. Not too bad. Got another fire. Another fire. There we go. He might put this out in a minute. And if he does, be happy to start them up again. Here comes some more shots. He's backing up. Yeah, I think he put those fires out. Or either they burned out. Let's see if we can get another one going. Nice tight group there. Look at that. 2,800 on that hit. Oh, he's out of sight. Oh, and another fire. 2 fires, 2 at once. That's so excellent. He's got 3 fires burning. There he goes. All right, 2 kills, 100,000 damage. Bart is the closest ship to me, but they're pretty much at my max firing range. Pretty close. Look at there, I got lucky. Only 3 ships left. Maybe I can shoot this destroyer. Let's see. Oh, he got taken out right before my rounds got there. Okay, Bart again. Oh, this might be it for me. This looks like it's going to be some kind of battleship ram happening here. Maybe. There it was. So they rammed each other. 1 ship left. Oh, he started turning just as I fired. These might hit. He did hit and started a fire. Now I'm behind this chunk of ice. Dang it. What way to go? Fire's still burning. Come on, fire, burn him out. No! He got gunned down. What was that? Okay, so let's see what we did. 343,000 credits, 3,800 XP with 211 free XP, 107,000 damage, 207 target hits, 1 incapacitation, 2 ships destroyed, 9 fires. spotted 1 ship, so that's not too bad. Came in 4th place on the team. It's not my highest score in the MAINZ, but it was pretty good. Did work over these 2 battleships, 57,000 for the Dooku York and 40 for the Bismarck. And just a little extra for the other 3 ships. So, yeah. The MAINZ. This is not a bad ship. It's not a great ship, I don't think, in anybody's opinion. Is it a good premium? I don't think so. I don't think I would run out and buy it if I was spending my own money. But it did get a reload buff. Reload got decreased from 7.5, which you saw in the game, to 6. That is an improvement. But I don't think it's quite enough. I think the ship needs a heal. Think of your consumables. In the 2nd slot, you get a choice of defensive AA fire or hydroacoustic search. And in the 3rd slot, you get a fighter. So there's 2 options there for improving your AA. That's a no-brainer. I'm going with hydroacoustic search because I can increase my AA with the fighter. But if you got rid of the fighter and put a heal there, then it's more of a choice. You could also get rid of defensive AA fire, move the fighter into that 2nd slot for that choice, and still have the heal in the 3rd slot. I think that's also a viable option. But yeah, I think this ship needs just a little more tweaking. But anyway, if you've liked this look at the MAINZ, hit that like button. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe if you would. But as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Nerd out.